Great. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to cover what is a review semantic page or semantic analysis page and why it can be useful for your application. And then I will quickly describe each element on the page that we have at the moment. So sentiment analysis of your application allows you to identify the patterns in your user reviews. For sure, like if you don't have too many reviews, it's very easy to handle each one by one. But when you're becoming bigger and users are starting to write more and more, it's becoming more difficult to structure their reviews into some groups. And that's exactly what the page allows you to do right now. So you can easily detect users' mood, intentions, and quickly react to it when you see this in the form of different elements, for example, graphs or charts, because visual elements usually help you to understand everything very quickly. We generally analyze our applications using machine learning algorithms, and we deeply analyze the meaning of all reviews, regardless of their rating and regardless of the number of stars. So we just gather everything and make the analysis just very clear, and regardless of positive or negative reviews are left. So the second question is how you can benefit from reviews analysis. So first of all, it's very important to quickly detect users' mood and understand what really leads to user dissatisfaction, especially bugs. Like crucial bugs are very important to handle quickly. And if people came to the reviews and started saying something and complaining about something, it's really crucial to take care of this problem, because it may be the reason why they will give you lower rating, why some other people will come complaining, and probably they will just uninstall the application and go to your competitors. That's definitely not what you would like to have. Also, you are able to compare releases for your application, and you can see which one was more successful, in which release you had more bugs, problems, for which release your users were trying to get more information and feature requests. So you're able to see when you were performing well and when you were not that successful, unfortunately. Also, you're able to get some user insights on their impressions. Sometimes when you have a lot of people who are working in customer success, or you're not reading each review, you can skip something. But if you have everything in one page and it's well structured, and you're able to see that very many people were saying this or that word, for example, or they were talking about money or something like this, it may help you a lot to see what users are actually speaking about and how often they do this. That's really valuable information when you're deciding on your roadmap. Also, you're able to increase your app ratings and user loyalty. If you work efficiently with your reviews and you handle the most crucial one quickly, and you let users know when you're going to release this or that, for example, if they are leaving like the request you're going to do in a couple of months, it would be amazing to let users know when you're going to handle this, and when you are ready, come back to the comments and just let users know that everything is done. It's very likely that they will give you 5 stars, at least for the quick reaction and great customer support job. And of course, the last part is that you can crack the market by finding problems in your competitors' products. You're able to analyze not only your application, but also the application of your competitors. You can find out what people are saying about them, whether they have really high scores, or maybe they have some feature requests or a lot of bugs that they don't care really about. And it's a space for you to work on it and to get some new users from your competitors' traffic, from the audience of other products, if you just work on their drawbacks and make your product better than theirs. So now I will cover each element of this page one by one. So the first element we've got here is positive versus negative graph. This graph allows you to see how many negative or positive reviews you've got here. Also, reviews can be mixed or neutral. In mixed reviews, you're able to see something like, the application is great, but I would like to see some more updates here. And it's also the space for improvement for you, so you know what people are still thinking about. And also in the neutral reviews, you can find some information, but probably there is no some clear emotion the person is ready to share. If you hover over the elements, here you're able to see how many negative reviews there are, and you're also able to click on the link here, and you will get to see the list of negative reviews. I will show you right now on the my account, so you will be able to check how it looks like on production. Give me a second, I will switch. Let me know if you see my screen. Okay, I hope you do. So right now, as I was saying, you're able to see the semantic analysis page. This page includes filters. I will describe them a bit later. So here is positive versus negative. You're able to go to the list of reviews. If you click on just positive, for example, 27 reviews, you just click on this, and you're able to check out the list of reviews for this app. I was using App in the Air. It doesn't have too many reviews, but still, you're able to see that it's doing great. It has 27 positive reviews, only 4 negative, like 1 mixed and 8 neutral. So its score is pretty high, I guess. So here you can see the page with such reviews that are structured according to this particular tag, positive. So all these reviews are positive, they are responded to, and that's cool. And you are always able to go back to the review and just respond to it. Or maybe if the review was updated, you can respond once again. I will get back to the presentation right now. Okay, great. So this is what I was talking about, positive versus negative. Also, we've got 2 more useful elements here, topics and bugs. You're able not only to see how many positive or negative reviews you've got, but you're also able to drill down the content of these reviews. For example, if you've got topics, you're able to see what people were saying, and in these topics will also display the percentage of how many reviews include this or that topic. For example, here you can see that only these graphs, like 4 first graphs, are important, and all the rest are way smaller, but still you can hover over any part of the segment and check out, for example, what people were saying about chat. It would make a lot of sense if you know which app we're talking about. Also, we've got the box element pie chart, which is very interesting from the point of view of working on the bugs people are reporting about. So in my example, this app has lots of bugs, unfortunately, and for each of them, like, people can just check out all the information, the list of reviews, and find out what's going on with the application, probably reproduce the bug and start working on it ASAP. Now I will go back to the production and show you once again how it looks on the app in the air example. As I was saying, here we've got topics box. Also, we've got different kinds of reviews. So App in the Air is quite good application, at least judging by their user reviews. So we can check out, for example, they have a lot of useful reviews. We can check them out. If you hover over, you're also able to see the average rating and the list of reviews. So I'm going to click here to check out the list of reviews. And if we're talking about bugs, so there is only one review saying there is a bug. The app crashed, unfortunately, and we also can check it out right now. So also, I was interested in telling you about filters. So filters are quite flexible here. Right now, I'm checking the month, April, for example. I can see what was going on in April here, but I can also change the date range. I can choose like yesterday, this week, last week, month, or last month, or if I'm interested, for example, in a couple of years, I'm also able to change the date range. Also, I can work with different kinds of reviews. Critical reviews include like 1 and 2 stars. These are the most negative reviews you can get. If you're working with negative reviews mostly, this filter can be useful for you. Also, you're able to check out the favorable and featured reviews. If the versions are available for your application, you're also able to check it out here. For example, you can go to a different version there. This application doesn't have too many reviews yet, but still you can check out how many positive or negative reviews you were receiving in this or that particular version. I'll go back to all versions for now. And one more interesting filter is the country. If you're aimed at the local market, you're able to select one of the countries listed here. For example, in the US, if you click on the US, you will be able to see that only reviews that were laid by the US citizens will be displayed here. And they can be different for various countries because of the local markets can be different. And if you're interested in some particular country, like don't hesitate to click on this drop down and select something you're interested in, like China, Japan, Portugal, anything. We're constantly adding new countries to the drop down, so you will be able to find what you need. But if you're interested in the global market, just click on select country and you will get the complete overview of what's going on here. So right now I'm going back to my box. So here, the crash example, yeah, very negative. It has 2 changes and it's not getting really better. It's still getting crashed, and it's important to work with such reviews and take care of them. And about like useful, the part from the topics, you're able to check out what people were saying. So this app is very helpful for frequent travelers, and that's good to know because you know that your audience probably is travelers. Now I'll go back to the presentation. I've quickly covered bugs and topics. And here I'm going to talk about the score. Sentiment score is very interesting for you to compare the results for releases and to see the overall performance of your application. We count the ratio between positive and negative reviews, and you're able to see the progress. Like you can compare with releases, date ranges, or you can just track it like every day, but usually it makes more sense if you give users to give more reviews, and therefore the statistics would be better. And we also have different grades. I will show it a little bit later, but you can also see whether you're on the awful grade or fantastic grade, and it makes it very easy for you to understand how you're performing and whether you're moving in the right direction or maybe in the wrong direction for now. I will also show you the feelings chart. It's always better to check out the feelings chart on the live application, because feelings chart is the graph which allows you to see the reviews structured or gathered according to a certain topic. And in feelings charts, you're able to see not only negative or just positive reviews together, but also you can see that people are saying good and bad on the same topic. And it may be also very interesting to know and see how various people can find various options speaking about the same subject. Right now, I'm switching back to my application. So here we go. This is sentiment score. As I was saying, this application is pretty successful. It has 87% of sentiment score, and that's really amazing. So if you hover over here, you're able to see that they are doing excellent, and that's really great result. Sometimes you don't have that much here, and you can have the grade, for example, awful, poor, not bad, okay, good, and excellent. So hopefully we all are going to get excellent for our applications. And here is our feelings chart. So here the topics can be quite different, but still, for example, here people are speaking about something good. Here is, for example, great app with tons of info. Good to know. Also, if you'd like to respond to users in query, you're able to just click on the review. It will be opened in the new page where you're able to work with your reviews and just respond to it. Also, here people are saying about something positive. That's good. And let's go here. There is a bit of negative, like excess and crashes. So here is like negative feelings, and you can also check them out pretty quickly. It's like a map with your reviews, which allows you to quickly detect how many positive or negative reviews are like displayed on the graph and how close they are to each other. I will go back to the presentation for now. So the last but not the least is our word cloud. Word cloud is very interesting because it shows you all kinds of words that people are saying about your application. And the more people are speaking about this, the more they are talking about this, the bigger is the word here. So you can see that very often people are saying something like good, and that's amazing. But still, some of them find something about problem, and probably they are saying, please like fix it, or please do something about this. And it's good to know. As in the previous elements, you're able to hover over the word and to identify how many reviews are associated with this particular word. Also, the average rating of reviews that are gathered according to this word. and also the link to the list of reviews you can work with on the reviews page. I will go back to my application. So here is my word cloud. I'm able to check out it in different languages. For example, if your users are speaking Russian or English, we support both these languages, and we're able to display them here. Very often, people were saying something like "great app," and also very helpful. What is more interesting is, for example, they were saying, like, 2 people were saying very good, helpful, great, and it's really amazing part because usually for some applications, all is written here is app crash, awful, uninstall, or version. So let's check out, for example, version. Also, you're able to export the word cloud. You can share it on your social channels, or you're able just to share it with your colleagues to discuss what's going on here and just to make some reports out of it. It's pretty much flexible, and you will get the picture, which will look exactly like this word cloud. So I will go back to check it out. Yep. So you will be able to see the list of positive reviews, and you can just respond to them at once. Also, what I wanted to say is that we analyze all reviews that we've got, but we can, some of the reviews will not be informative, and usually it's very hard to work with such reviews. But we usually analyze only the review that includes some information that can be useful for you, and we just skip the one that don't contain anything substantial. For example, if there is just an exclamation mark, unfortunately, it doesn't give you too much information about what's going on here. And maybe that's it for this exact app. I will just check out once again the great app. It's always interesting to know what people are saying. If they say something good here. So yeah, great app with tons of info, great app, and great app for me. That's totally very great reviews and worth replying to them, like 5 stars out of 5. I'm going back to the presentation. And basically, this was it for the elements on semantic analysis page. Thank you for your attention, and I will be glad to answer the questions if you've got any.